Hi, this is Wendy. I'm working on painting one of the Night We Met series, Walking Into Your Door. This is part two. Now, typically, when I do these talking, videos when I'm painting, I don't speed them up at this point when I'm just talking. But I did speed up this one because, for whatever reason, it felt like it was dragging, and I know they're all slow, but I'm kind of struggling with this painting for a multitude of reasons emotionally, um, which affects me actually doing the painting, you know. And I thought for sure I would just finish it last night, and it was just like everything. And the cats were acting all crazy and crashing all over the place, and I was just having trouble getting into the vibe of it. And so I didn't want to put that energy into when I was working on like Vince and I in the painting. So I actually worked on the one that is his daughter that introduced us. And so, just to sort of get that out of the way, because to me the focus is him and I. But she was there, and she was part of it, and she's the one who introduced us. And if it wasn't for her, at least we wouldn't have met that night. Maybe we would have met another way. Because there was a couple crazy times that Vince and I sort of were in the same vicinity in different states that we didn't know at the time, and we obviously didn't meet. But there was the potential. Like his brother, when I was living in Massachusetts, lived like less than a half hour away from me, which I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and so being a half hour away, that was like being a next door neighbor. I mean, it took, it was, so it was just weird. He happened to go up and visit his brother in those couple of years that I was living there. And then there was another time where he came to DC potentially for this job thing, and he was in Georgetown, and it was just right around the time when I used to hang out in Georgetown a lot and stuff like that. And you always go, the potential, but it wasn't the right time. And it's weird because I really feel like sometimes when I see pictures of him before we met, or like his life before us, particularly his first marriage, and it's not, I had no, whatever, I wasn't, I was fine with his ex-wife and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't like I was worried about her, or it wasn't that, it was just, I don't know. It was like, I felt like he was like a different person. And I'm sure, we all grow, so we all, it had been a while since they had been together when we got together. But it is sort of strange because I can look at his childhood pictures, and, when he was a teenager before he was with her, and I can see him in those pictures. It's just something about when I see pictures of him during that time that, I don't know, it seems like, I don't know, like there's that part of him that I connect to that's just sort of missing in them. I don't know why, because I don't have it from other pictures. But I think that doing these paintings to me are very important because it's leaving memories, and that I don't, like I said, have photos for or anything. And I'm sure there will be some that I have photos for, but it's really the images in my head that I don't have a photo reference for, or little moments that I want to capture and hold on to. And that's what these are. And the first ones in the first series, the first 8, I don't know, even though they were from inspired from real moments. Um, they were something that replayed in a dream. So there was this dream like to me when I was painting them that separated it from life, and now I'm capturing them from memory. These moments, and I want to just hold on to them and uh, so that we have them. And this night, when we were heading over there, because we just wanted to, cut loose and go dancing and go out, and wanted someone to drive us, but we came over definitely prepared to party and have a good time. And we had a pitcher of margaritas, and we were just, young and having fun. And I know it's a little weird because this is daughter. But that relationship was there before I was there, that little mix. But it was a different time, a different game. I don't know. Now, I was 27 when my husband and I met, and he was 38. So we were 11 years apart. But that was never, And the funny thing was, before I met him, I had a couple people try to set me up with older guys. And I had dated some older guys, and, but mostly, you're sort of in your dating pool of your age range. But, it really had nothing to do with age or anything like that. It had more to do with who people were on the inside, and that's what Vince and I connected with. It was just we barely knew each other, and we already had like our own private jokes within the first day. Just we just connected. And I know this seems a little fast. Like I said, I did speed this up. And if you don't want to listen to this, like I said, you can always turn off the audio and just watch me paint. I was painting so slow on this, me speeding up a little, it's not that big a deal, but the cats are extra fast. But they were crazy yesterday, knocking stuff down, jumping on and off, just being nuts. They were just, and I knew they would be because they had been sleeping for a really long time. And I don't know, it was like, I went to go visit my other grandbabies, and so the kittens were alone for a long time. And as soon as I got home, they were like, woo, we get to be crazy. But when I came home, they were like still just sleep. And I'm really begging you. So they were happy to be all crazy once I got back home. Which a little is okay. But it was out of control last night. It was testing my nerves for sure. And most of the time, I'm pretty flexible with that stuff because I love cats, so I like having them visit me. And if I mess up, I'm not worried about that I can't fix it. Right? It's paint. I can paint right over it, change it up. No big deal. And sometimes, if it's a little mark or something, sometimes if you catch it just right, you can sort of wipe it right off. Right? I work in acrylic. And so one of the things I'll do sometimes, if you take a clean brush and pick up what you can, and then I'll take another clean brush and get a little water on it and sort of wipe up that area, and it loosens up so nothing dries on there real quick. And if you need to, if you're really afraid of it drying really fast, put the water on first, and then wipe it up with another brush. But it's all kind of factors are going to depend whether or not that works. Now, that usually works a little bit better if I've already painted pretty much over and I'm working on my details and that sort of thing. That's usually when I mess it up anyway, right? I miss a stroke, don't like what I did, whatever, The loose stuff, that's easy peasy, right? You're just getting the vibe, you're getting where things belong, you're sort of figuring out colors, and that can evolve too. Because like in this one, the wall color behind Vince, who's right there at the door in the back holding it open, I got to change that. That wasn't the color of the room anyway, but it's not working for me with the whole. It makes sort of, I know it's not brown, but it's sort of a mauve, like a dark mauve, and it's sort of blending with my hair, and you can only see like a corner of the bottom of my shirt, but it's a bright red, and it just sort of all blends in until you see like the blue jeans I have. But I want to change that up, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll do that in the next part. Like I said, I thought that I was going to finish this in 2 parts, and then I don't know, it just felt like I was painting so slow, and it did not help the fact that the kittens were running around like a maniac. They kept pausing and doing stuff, messing with them, and it was sort of distracting. It was hard for me to get into that zone because they were so crazy. Usually they're a little crazy, no big deal, right? But they were like just all over the place, knocking stuff down. I have this curtain rod, like one of those tension rods, in my window towards the back. That really doesn't have a curtain on it because it's sort of shaded by the trees. But I have this piece of cloth sort of wound on it, and like various, like a wind chime somebody gave me when Vince passed, my daughter, and a few other things like that are just sort of trinkets that people have given me, or mean something to me, and they're sort of hanging from that in the back window where it's sort of shady, and I don't need a curtain so much. We're in Florida, you need to have window coverings, even if you want to look out eventually, but yeah, shade, man, love shade. Love sun too, but be able to get in the shade is vital when you were down here for sure. Anyway, they just pulled the whole thing, so everything right now is on the top of this sofa over here that's right beneath it, and I gotta fix all that, which I'm like kind of dreading, but just because I'm like, okay, am I gonna put it back up there, and are they gonna sit there and rip the whole thing down again? Now, that's the first time that they've actually done that, and it's been up there the whole time that they've been around. But they are getting bigger and stronger and a little bit crazier. And they love me, and they're getting so big I can't even. Particularly 7, he's very big, but he's a boy, and the other 2 are girls, so it's not unusual to have that size difference in cats. But they're all really sweet. Kitty cats, they like to cuddle. But like anything, it needs to move and run around and be free and be crazy. We still have them in the house at the moment because we're getting our dogs acclimated to them so that they know these are our cats, not strange cats. You know what I mean? Not that I want them to hurt strange cats, but it's important for them to know that this is part of our area. We have all these feral cats outside, and I used to just notice them and sort of leave them alone. And for a little while now, I've been feeding them because it's just sad, right? There's always kittens places, and we've homed other ones. We've homed kittens, not at our home. We've found homes for some of them, and the counties come in and they've done like the spay and neuter, but they catch and release kind of thing, and clip their ears. Which actually we're gonna get these guys fixed, and we're gonna have their ears clipped because all our animals are allowed to be indoor, outdoor. They're not outdoor yet. But if they have a clipped ear, they won't capture them if they do one of those sort of roundups. They were like, oh, already fixed. It's easy. I'm not a big fan of doing like a clipped ear thing, but better than them being tortured and captured. You know what I mean? It's easy tell all. And because they were feral cats, they will do them for a fraction of the cost. And the ones that they do out there, they do for free. But, it's okay. Any money, it goes towards helping, getting all this stuff done. But I get a discount because they're from little feral kittens that we have collected. And we dealt with them before. It works well. But we have dogs. We have big dogs. And we want them to be, no, these cats are our friends. So don't chase them. And that's why they're in the house. So that they can realize they can walk around the dogs, and the dogs are like, oh, okay, those are our buddies. They know that they belong with us. But they're cute. My daughter and I were thinking about making puppets of them with old Beanie Babies, because Beanie Babies have the perfect little face, and then we put little costumes on them. That's me. That's just how we are. Just feel like making puppets. I have all this fabric from when my mom passed away, and we keep thinking of projects we can do with the fabric. And so that was one of them, is do these puppets. We have a lot of grandbabies and stuff like that. Do little things for them. But we'll see how it goes. If we do the puppets, I will post the videos on here. Just because, why not? Ever creating. Creating is healing. It is. And I have another daughter that's been painting those little, she's an Etsy store, I'll have to, but where she does the little peg people. And she is doing okay. She's getting that out. She's getting those little pig people who are so cute, and she's taking special orders like that. Someone wanted a Go Dog Go set of the little peg people, and she did that. And I think she did a Paw Patrol inspired one, and she's done a bunch. She's done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and things like Scooby-Doo and The Incredibles inspired peg people, things like that. That's cute. And she has an Etsy shop. So I'm almost done with this video, and I'll put my daughter's Etsy shop stuff, a couple pictures and stuff you can check out if you want to see her stuff. But thanks for listening, and have a great day. Take care.